it's an appropriate place to make the speech I'm about to make. They made clear to me, excuse me, her granddaughter said yesterday and said publicly that her dying words were, quote, "My most fervent wish is that I not be replaced until a new president is installed." As a nation, we should heed her final call to us. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said President Trump's nominee to replace Justice Ginsburg will receive a vote in the Senate within an hour of her passing. The exact opposite of what he said when President Obama nominated Merrick Garland to replace Justice Scalia in 2016. At that time, Majority Leader McConnell made up a rule based on the fiction that I somehow believed there should be no nomination to the court in an election year. It's ridiculous. I took to the Senate floor to speak about the Supreme Court nominating process. Senate Majority Leader, and he's my friend, Mitch McConnell, and other Republicans today have been quoting selectively from the remarks that I made in an attempt to justify refusing Chief Judge Garland a fair hearing and a vote on the floor of the Senate. I made it absolutely clear that I would go forward with the confirmation process as chairman, even a few months before a presidential election, if the nominee were chosen with the advice and not merely the consent of the Senate, just as the Constitution requires. My consistent advice to presidents of both parties, including this president, has been that we should engage fully in the constitutional process of advice and consent. And my consistent understanding of the Constitution has been the Senate must do so as well, period. They have an obligation to do so. The only rule I've ever followed relating to the Supreme Court nomination was the Constitution's obligation for senators to provide their advice and their consent to a president's judicial nominee. In the middle of the worst global health crisis in living memory, and perhaps most cruelly of all, if Donald Trump has his way, the complications from COVID-19, which are well beyond what they should be. It's estimated that 200 million people have died, probably by the time I finish this talk. And even if President Trump wants to put forward a name now, the Senate should not act until after the American people select their next president, their next Congress, their next Senate. If Donald Trump wins the election, then the Senate should move on his selection and weigh the nominee he chooses fairly. But if I win the selection, President Trump's nominee should be withdrawn. And as a new president, I should be the one who nominates Justice Ginsburg's successor. Because any nominee I would select would not get a hearing until 2021 at the earliest. If I win, I'll make my choice for the Supreme Court. The president is the person who gets to name someone, propose. The Senate disposes. In the end, the choice will be mine and mine alone, but I will consult.
They're really showing themselves to do really well. Come on, man.